Hi everyone, Serena McRae here. I just wanted to take a couple minutes and talk to you about some of our awesome books that we have for our older readers. We focus a lot on the young learning years, but we also have some really great things for our teens. And so the first book I want to talk about is A World Away. I was riveted by this story. It's kind of like a Pocahontas story. It is fiction, but it's based on true events. It is about a young Native American woman who was taken from America because she had a gift with the English language, and so she was taken back to Europe against her will, and she ends up branched between two countries, two different lives, and she has identity crisis and trying to figure out where she belongs, and it's just really heart-wrenching. She finds love, and you just have to read it to find out what happens because it is just absolutely riveting. I love this book. Another one by the same author is The Raven Queen. It's along the same lines, a little blurb in history that is just a second, in a history book that we don't even pay attention to anymore. She has written this riveting story about the 9-day queen, and young girl, super young, becomes queen against her will as well, and just the struggle that she goes through. I will say that this book has discussion of what are my words? Procreation, sex, puberty. So I would suggest this for older readers who, have already had those discussions with you if you want to read it before you let them read it. I might suggest that depending on where you are with your young girls. I would definitely wait till my girls are a little older to read it, but I did not feel like it was tacky or raunchy in any way. It was very well discussed with tactfulness. So that book, Raven Queen, is great. Boys and girls will love The Last 13. Moms and dads will love The Last 13. This is fabulous. It's a mixture between National Treasure, X-Men, Harry Potter. It's kind of like it's technological and savvy in our modern age, but there's lots of discussion of antiquities and treasure hunting. Some things that are kind of, magical, and there's just so many cool subjects in this series all at the same time that it is a really great mix. It's very well rounded and I absolutely love it. It's very appropriate. I would suggest just buying the entire set of 13 books for Christmas. Just get the whole set for the whole family. Everyone can read them and everyone will love them. This is The Last 13. I am in the middle of it and I am loving it. This is the Encyclopedia of World History. We have several encyclopedias, and I love them because you can see how fun and colorful that they are. The text is in small blurbs, so even your young readers might not be so intimidated by just columns and columns of text that they might find in other encyclopedias. For those of you who feel like hands-on encyclopedias are a little outdated because we have the internet, there is this right here. On the corner of every page is a link so that if your student wants to read more, or if they need to do a report on something, they can go to this link here and they will be given multiple citable sources that are legit and are reviewed currently, and so there won't be anything out of date. And so they can find everything that they need for their reports, whatever they're working on, all in one place. And super helpful, will save a lot of time and will help keep them safe on the internet. So that's very, very cool. I love the encyclopedias. Here's another book. This isn't an encyclopedia, but it's a very cool biology book, Mysteries and Marvels of Nature. For your teenagers who like things that are like funky and weird, this makes science so cool. It talks about all the like weird things that animals, plants do to survive, to camouflage, to hunt. Just really wacky science for your young readers who will like that. It's really very cool. Art. This is not a math book. This is an art book. I bought this for myself. This is for your young student who wants to be a starving artist and does not believe that math has a place in their life. That was me. I had a very hard time with math. And so I bought this book for myself. And what this does is the purpose is to bridge the gap between art and math, to teach your young artist how math is really beautiful and there are artistic concepts along with math concepts. So each page has a math concept and then it has an art project that goes with it, whether it's coloring a pattern or tessellations or learning how to draw a perfect circle. And in the back there's graph paper so they continue practicing the techniques that they're learning. And so this is something that, they can do the art project and then say, oh yeah, I remember when I learned that and then I did this and now it makes sense. So this is very cool. I was amazed when we came out with this in July and I bought it right away. Next up, for our young artists or for mommies, mommy time, is our super awesome coloring books. We have a whole bunch of these biology ones. There's also patterns and things that are a little bit more cultural. We have Mexican patterns and Celtic patterns to color, but you can see how beautiful these are. And I mean, you can copy it to the T, make it look just like the picture, or you can make it funky and however you want. And give you a little close-up. You can see how gorgeous those are. And there's still blurbs of information here so that, you have, when you're done, a book that you can still put on your bookshelf and somebody can pull it out and read about wildflowers or undersea life. There's also Nature to Color, which is a combined volume, and so you can get a mixture. If you can't choose one coloring book, you can get a mixture of birds and rainforest, butterflies, wildflowers, all here. Very cool. Last and my favorite is the big book of drawing, doodling, and coloring. This thing is giant. I did not realize how big it was until I purchased it. I was thinking, how can a coloring book be $20? Who charges $20 for a coloring book? And here it is. I mean, I could see this on a bookshelf in a bookstore for a lot more. I'm absolutely in love with this thing. I take it with me when I go to Grandma's house, so when the girls are playing with her, I can just sit down and have some time to myself. So this is one I've been working on, just typical coloring book, lots of detail. There's also these pages that have prompts or activities, or give you ideas on, here's a prompt on how to be a little creative with this, or, draw a picture not without lifting your pencil off the page. And then there's some things in here that I can even share with my 3-year-old and we can do an art project together. And there's ones that are more complex that I can do on my own. I've even had some really great teaching moments with my daughter, talking about faces and expressions and just very cool. Lots and lots and lots in here. I mean, look how beautiful. And so if you want to get this for yourself because you deserve it, or if you want to get this for your teen to, fill up their idle time, this is a great book. I highly suggest this for your Christmas shopping. So I hope that was a good little window into what we have. We have a whole bunch more of really great novel series, and so if you have any questions about more, please ask me. I am more than happy to help you find the perfect books for your kids. Thanks. Bye.